Hello everybody, my name is Infiniti and welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you are a long-time subscriber. I love you. So there's a lot of stuff I guess I want to talk about today. Is that a glare? Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that I want to kind of talk about this evening. It's not evening. I'm going to post this in the evening just because I said that. So, sorry. Let's see, where do I want to start? I guess we can like recap on my giveaway from last month, which I really enjoyed doing. Again, my winner was Jess from Jess's Handmade Designs. She has an awesome YouTube channel, and I'll be linking it or pinning it in the comment section below, so keep a lookout for that. I really hope I don't have to adjust this audio because this camera is super far away. I know you guys can't tell. I'm actually using one of my cool little lenses that I got with the camera kit however long ago it was that I bought it, and yeah, you can see a lot of detail, including that light glare. I want to get up and fix it, so yeah, just 1 second. So I have determined the cause of the glare. It is actually the light that's behind me. I'll fix it someday, not this day. It's been an interesting week. I have been doing a lot. But where was I? So yeah, I recapped on the giveaway winners. I also wanted to say, hey, I hit 600 subscribers, guys, and I want to thank you guys so much, especially Miss Kim from Classy Kim's Crochet group. I know Little John's Crochet and Jess have actually like shouted me out, and I know that some of my traffic has come from there, and I want to thank you guys so much for shouting me out. I also want to thank everybody who has funneled in and subscribed and who likes my content and comments and interacts. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to continuing to create for you guys and with you guys. So actually I'm at a 606, so yeah, woo, excitement. Believe it or not, you know, I'm actually devoid of energy right now, and I'm going to explain that. But first of all, I know you guys aren't going to let this new background slide. Yeah, I've been a busy girl. So I think it was my New Year's video. Was it my New Year's video or Christmas video? I forget which one, but they were kind of close together in there. I made mention about some changes that were going on, and I'm going to continue to work while I talk, so excuse me as I look down on occasion. And I'm also hot toddy because something's going around and I'm just like, ugh. So anyway, yeah, so I made mention about some new changes coming to the channel. Now I'm not completely done, but this is the like clearest space where I can actually sit back and record and have the space to do so. So yay, yeah. You guys can partially see the brown table. This will not be the background for future videos, so don't worry about that. It's gonna remain the same, easy to see back surface thing. Yeah, words. Tea is wonderful. Let's see. Like I said, I got lots of like new stuff. So I know I was going through like a really big rough patch at the beginning of the year with different stuff, and then like, you know, I just want to say God is good. God is so good. You know, and He works in ways like we can't even begin to understand. Like as soon as you stop worrying about things, He just comes and blesses you in greater amounts than you could have ever thought. So you know, it's just like, wow, it's mind blowing. It's still blowing my mind. And I'm just dwelling in the blessings right now, guys. It's like really humbling and surreal, and I'm just like, I know I'm loved all the time, but it's like when those blessings come through, it's just, so okay, into those blessings. Let's see. Wait, I'm gonna pause. I know, cliffhanger. So, background aside, you guys might have noticed that, I have not been uploading lately, probably the last week. I feel like I skipped a day last week too, but I skipped the this whole week, including, well, I'm posting this Sunday, so yeah, there was no upload for Sunday morning. Like I said, I plan to have something up for Tuesday, Tunisian Tuesday. Stay tuned. Yeah. So, the reason for that is that I went on a student leadership conference on Valentine's Day, and I was out of town from Valentine's Day until the 16th, so like all my correspondence and stuff is delayed, and any kind of like interaction with the channel that I might have missed, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You guys have heard me talk about how much of a shy, introverted person I am, and while I enjoyed this conference like to the utmost, because it was faith-based, it had a lot of good content, a lot of motivational speakers and things like that really uplifted my spirit during that time that I was there. But it also had a lot of extrovert type activities, like, you know, sharing your feelings with strangers and things like that I don't like to do. So, I mean, it was interesting. It was an interesting experience. I'd do it again, but not this year kind of thing. I am so exhausted. I came back Sunday. I should be working. I came back Sunday afternoon, and between, what was it? Do we get back in town like 4 o'clock? Between 4 o'clock Sunday to now, it's like, what time is it? I have my phone for a change, and it's upside down. It's 9:26 at night, so like I actually didn't start feeling normal until this morning when I woke up at, was it 6? Yeah, I turned off 3 alarms, so it was 6 o'clock this morning. You know, Friday the 21st. I actually started feeling myself again. I woke up and I wasn't like, dear God, take me kind of, you know, feeling. I was able to crawl out of bed at a almost normal pace, almost my normal pace, and kind of function. But yeah, okay, let's rewind. The good news. I did the conference again, but like I said, not this year. Not this year. I am exhausted. Last Thursday, before I went on my trip, I ride public transit, so like I got on the bus and I started being myself, you know, just being friendly. This older lady was on there and she was talking about the cold weather and how the schools weren't closing and blah blah blah, and we ended up having an interesting conversation. I got to talking about my substitute teaching thing and how I graduated and how I'm trying to transfer and I'm just waiting to see where I'm going. And she's like, I'm the head teacher for this preschool. And I'm like, thinking to myself, really interesting. She's like, you're not getting away. Give me your contact information. I'll give it to the director because they're opening up another site. Well, so she actually did, which was, oh my gosh, I was so surprised to get that call back, because I got the call back that following Monday, which was President's Day. And your girl, I don't answer phone calls that I don't like recognize the number for, and the director called me from her cell phone number, and I was like, oh, because she actually left a voicemail, and I'm like, thank you. Like, if you call me and I don't know your number and you're not in my phone, I'm not gonna answer. If you leave a voicemail, I'll get back to you if you're not spam. So yeah, so I called her back like twice, and basically at the end of the day, I got to go in today to fill out an application for that, and I'm really hopeful for this, you know. I'm just gonna float along, que sera, sera, you know, kind of style, and I am hoping and wishing and praying for the best. Now, this new site, I came to find out, like, I almost applied for this job because it was like around the corner from my house, but it turns out that building isn't even being used yet, but it belongs to the preschool that I went to today to apply for. So I'll be working like 5 minutes away from my house, which is exciting. So exciting. I am so excited. This light is going to get on my nerves behind me, guys. I'm so sorry. I am bright and orangey and whatever. Okay, no, back to my story. So that uplifted me a lot, because right now I really need the job. I really need the job, and then I really wanted to start working with children, because again, that is my field of study. I'm an education major, art education major. So, you know, something like that would be really befitting for me, and it's wonderful. When I got to go in and whatever, the environment was really nice, and it's a Christian academy, which, you know, if you guys don't know or can't tell, I am a Christian. So that is the most wonderful, like, most perfectly aligned thing that could have happened. I am going in for an interview next week, which hopefully won't affect my upload schedule. But either way, I will seek to upload as much as possible. So there was that. So then, what was it? I worked Wednesday. So, oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm tired. Hot toddy probably is not helping, but it's okay. Wednesday, I was at work, and I'm like, you know what, I'm at work, and I was checking my emails for work, and I'm like, oh, let me, you know, shoot an email over to this school that I applied for on the 2nd of January because I'm antsy, and I know most universities around here, they start letting people know something about mid-February. And I went on their website, and they're like, we start giving out awards February 1st. I'm like, okay. Shoots a friendly email, and it was funny because, like, literally the day before, I'd run into a friend who had also applied for them and hadn't heard back yet. And so I'm like, you know what, and she's like, I've been trying to correspond, and they're like, oh, we are still deciding, so it's like, oh my god, I'm trying to fill out for scholarships. So I emailed them, and the guy, one of the admissions counselors, he emailed me back, and he's like, you were just admitted a few days ago. I could have cried. Wait, did I check that? Yeah, I sent the email off while I was at work, and then I checked it. It was like an hour after I got off work, he'd replied, and it was like, yeah, you were accepted a few days ago. You should be hearing from your admissions counselor, which I'd had some contact with prior to, I guess, my application process. But yeah, I about cried. And when I saw that, I was dead tired that day. I was just like drowning in tiredness, and when I read that, it woke me up. I jumped up out of my chair, and I was so happy, and it was like so uncharacteristically full of life, this reaction of mine. One of my friends was like, Infiniti, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And so I ran, and I found my favorite professor, and I told him first, I'm like, I have something for you to read. And he was doing a demo kind of thing. Well, not really a demo, I think he was helping somebody, but yeah. So I got to tell him that, and then I got to go run around and tell my other professors too that day, and I'm still on cloud 9, honestly. I'm still on cloud 9, and you know, God. Yeah, it just brightened up my whole mood. That in combination with that conference I went on, because before that conference I was kind of, you know, feeling and whatever, and I was feeling like I was shrinking back into stuff, and it was like, oh no, I don't like feeling like this. And then after I went on this little trip, and I got to dealing with these people and talking and bonding and all that, I felt like a totally new girl, and it was a worthwhile thing. And I said, you know, God put me there. Because, I mean, otherwise I would not have felt like that in that situation again. Introvert, pretending to be an extrovert for 3 days and 2 nights. Oh my god. And I mean, it's not to say that I don't, like, talk to people or anything. It's like, if you put me in a setting, you know, for about an hour, I can work a room. But for 3 days, I was like, when will it end? But by the time it ended, I'm like, oh no, I could have kept going. But I think it's always like that. So, what is my next section of stuff? I have a whole list thing. Let's see. I have some new projects. Of course, there's the one that I'm working on right now, which you guys are probably having a headache trying to see because of this glare that I am clearly agitated by, but you know, I'm just going to stop looking at the monitor. How about that? I am working on this project. It's working up fairly quickly. Pardon me. It's working up fairly quickly. Hopefully I'll have it done by the time I want to have it done, but if not, oh well. Oh well. I wonder if they watch my videos. This is for somebody. But anyway, so I am working on this, and I'm actually writing up a pattern for what I'm working on. I'm not telling you guys what I'm working on, but just know it's something that I'm working on. It's a work in progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think it's a fairly easy pattern. You know, you just have to keep count, and it's repetitive. It's super repetitive. Yeah. I have this one, and then, let's see, I don't think you guys can, no, you guys can't see this gray blanket that's over here. You guys also can't see the super thick, chunky blanket that I'm working on over there. Well, I guess my script just lied to me. I have 3 blankets going on. So there's a knitting one right here. There's this one that I crocheted maybe a year and a half ago maybe, that I've had folded up and stored, and I'm like, oh, I haven't even sewn in the ends. It's just a solid color gray blanket. I have a friend that I'm going to embellish it for, I think, and gift them before I disappear into university land. And then I have one of my heart blankets, so I'm sure I'll maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might pop a picture of one of my heart blankets on the screen somewhere, maybe in here, yeah, whatever. So I have one of those in progress. It's a bigger one than my 3 that I have. I have 3 or 4 of them made up. 2 of them are, wow, you guys can't see that shelf either. So this shelf that I have my yarn on back here, I have 2 of these, and the other one's over here, and it has some of my whips and some of my finished projects. It has my knitting machine up there. I'm really just trying to sort out this organization thing, but yeah, so I was saying something. I got sidetracked by my own thoughts. But yeah, so I have 3 ongoing blankets. This thing, I have a scarf that I'm knitting and also writing a pattern for. I kind of like it, I kind of don't, I don't know. I feel some sort of way about like sharing my knitting projects sometimes. You know, like I know a lot of knitters and I know a lot of friendly knitters, but there's like knitters who are really pretentious and they're kind of mean when it comes to like knitting stuff. And like when I look at other people's knitting and I look at my knitting, I'm like, it doesn't look any different. And that's kind of why I say what I say before I start my stitch tutorials when I knit, because it's how I, like, the way I wrap my yarn is how I learned how to knit, literally. What do you want me to do? And I've gotten some mean things, mostly off of Reddit, but it hasn't stopped me from posting because I like to knit, and, you know, opinions are like noses. Everybody has one. So, you know, I just kind of try to let it roll off, but it does sometimes bother me because I'm like, wow, they didn't really have to say that like that, but okay, you know, you could just found a new tutorial, forget you. So yeah, I do keep that in mind. I'm like, okay, you know what, if this is going to confuse you, there's a lot, and sometimes I'll even recommend other channels that I might have found along the way, and I'm like, yeah, because, like, you know, not every craft channel can like do everything 100% perfectly, or how the majority does it, or whatever. So yeah, anyway, moral to the story is, what did I just do? So the moral of the story is I kind of like my scarf and I kind of don't, but I'm working it up, and the more I work at it, the more I like it. I just haven't touched it in a minute, and the pattern, pardon me, the pattern for it I'm sorry, I'm tired, is pinned to my cabinet over at my desk area. So work in progress, and I was gonna take it with me on the trip, but I didn't want to like lose my spot because I have a paper clip running up and down the sides of my pattern so I can tell which row I'm on, because I get lost sometimes, and I didn't want to lose that progress, so I left it here, and I took this, but I didn't get to work on it at all. Well, I think I tried to stitch, but like that whole trip I didn't get to go to bed before midnight any of those days. And then Sunday when I came back, my body was like, you're home now. Pardon me, gosh. You're home now. Let's party. And I went to bed. It was like 11 something, almost midnight. It might have been 12:30. I don't know. I don't remember. But then I remember being restless, and I got up out the bed. I turned on my TV, and then I put my MP3 player in my ears, and I was like just dancing around because I'm weird like that. But like I'm pretty sure I didn't look at my phone again, but I'm pretty sure it was close to 2 o'clock before I hit the bed. And then I woke back up real early Monday morning. It was President's Day, and Infiniti she thought for one moment that she was going to record that Monday, but did Infiniti do that? No. Infiniti barely did her laundry, so there's that. But yeah. So for like the rest of this weekend, after I'm saying a lot. Ugh. Anyway, what I'm going to do after I pull this footage off of my camera is record. First of all, like I'm gonna record a lot. I'm gonna hold myself to this, and I am going to get content out for you guys. And so yeah, so I can continue to upload, because I'm like, it feels so weird not uploading outside of my hiatus, because if you've been around for a minute, you know I take a break in June and I just chill. June is like the 6th month of the year, and it's the perfect midway point, and I just take it to rest, quote unquote rest. And also, like last year when I did it, I recorded 30 something videos that took me through most of the rest of the year. Beautiful. I think towards the end I got lazy. Not with the recordings in June, but like towards the end of the year I was like, I can just record this week and blah blah blah. But this year my schedule is a lot more interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so there's that word again. So I want to really kind of churn out content, but it's not just a quantity thing, it's a quality thing, and I don't want to sacrifice quality for quantity, and I also don't want to sacrifice my quality because I'm trying to maintain a schedule. So that's like, you guys think I'm yawning now and I'm like stumbling over my words and I'm saying a lot of which I'm not too concerned about right now because it's a channel chat. We're chatting. So, God. I just lied. Okay, so I'm not too concerned about it, but like, imagine me yawning every 2 seconds in a tutorial, or just me face desk because that's where I was. I physically felt like I wouldn't have been able to produce a quality tutorial or video at all before this point. And even now I'm just like, I'm not using my words. So, there's that. I have a couple of patterns that, well, actually I have one pattern. I'm designing a few patterns right now, but I have one pattern that I wanted to release on March 1st, but I want to take time, step back from it, and tweak it a little bit, and then I don't know when I'm going to release it, because it's a springy pattern, and I used this comfy cotton blend by Lion Brand. But the thing is, I made this item, and, well, I don't know, I'm not really doing it right now. But the product, spoiler alert, I made a market bag and I took it out to test, that word. I took it out to test and it was stretchier than what I expected it to be, and it was also longer than I expected it to be. So I don't know what I really want to do with that at this point. There is this thing that I'm working on right now, and I've been thinking about releasing this project tutorial about how to do craft that I have done in the past but never recorded. I'm trying to be as spoil free as possible, so you know, it's new when it comes out. Even though I'm pretty sure it's new to a lot of people who don't watch my channel chats, but it's okay. Also, you know, like some of my announcements, I might pop onto Twitter or I might pop onto Reddit. You just never know. Which reminds me, I think this is my last speaking point. One, because I'm tired. Two, my camera and my lighting battery is tired at this point too. I can see it. So, I know that I am late. I am late for designing the Pisces merch for Pisces season. If you guys don't know about it, I'm gonna have some photos. If you guys don't know about the series that I kind of started out of randomness, it is like the zodiac signs blended with crafts. So, you know, popular. I know, what did I say? Crafting is my zodiac sign, and so I did one for Capricorn. I sent one to one of my Capricorn friends, and she, I'm waiting on those pictures still. She probably forgot, but that's all good. And then I did Aquarius. Aquarius season is over, but I'm going to leave that up until I get Pisces out. Once Pisces comes up in the lineup, then I'm going to hide Aquarius forever. Well, not forever, but until the next time the season comes around. Or depending on how much people start to like these things, I'm going to start leaving them up just permanently. And so on and so forth. I really kind of want to get Pisces and Aries out of the way. I actually have Aries already designed. I designed it over a year ago. Yeah, where'd the time go? I designed it over a year ago, but I need to pay attention to Pisces because it's Pisces season, and I have a lot of Pisces friends who probably, if they've even noticed, they'd be like, yo, where's my merch? So I need to do that. I need to record and work on my projects. So this has been a, what do I want to call this? A channel chat? Do I want to call it a channel chat? This has been a craft talk. I look forward to releasing another type of video once I've decided on whether or not I'm going to extend my hiatus this summer. We will see between work and college orientation, and which I'm not looking forward to. I have been helping to run college orientations at my current institution for 3 years now. Like January 30th made 3 years on the dot. And to go and sit at another, oh my god. Anyway, let's hope it's not long. Yeah, so between work and that, I'm gonna be kind of busy, and then all the stuff that I want to / need to get for this space in here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I probably will run my hiatus into July. I'm not gonna kid around. Probably will. But alright, guys. Until next time, happy making.